An historic rescue of half-dozen men by a local soldier leads to an heroic connection nearly 8 decades later.
It's been nearly 3 years to the day since Private First Class Elwood Euart was finally laid to rest in Providence. Euart went down with the President Coolidge in the South Pacific almost 80 years ago. But as we told you back in 2016, his remains were not recovered and brought home until recently. His family thought there was no living witnesses of their loved one's heroic day until now.
Walt Buteau joins us now with the follow-up you'll see only on Eyewitness News.
Euart tied himself to the Coolidge, which was listing sharply to the side, and the rope helped several men escape the sinking ship. But Euart never got out. Paul Valley is about to meet someone who was with his uncle, Elwood Euart, on that October day in 1942 when the President Coolidge hit a U.S. mine and limped towards shore in Espiritu Santo. 5,340 men escaped after the ship came to rest on a sandbar. Euart helped rescue the last 6, but could not get out himself before the Coolidge sank.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Oh, no, you stay right there.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Nice you, too.
101-year-old Bill Bussier was on board when the mine blew a hole in the transport ship's hull.
Of course, it was really leaning like that.
Yeah.
So we actually slid down the deck to the head, to the rail. It was in the water.
Valley heard about Bussier's story on a Vermont news station. He drove 70 miles to meet him face to face and maybe uncover a few more details about his uncle's heroics.
You know, he smelled the same smells and he saw the same things.
Bussier and Valley's uncle Elwood did not know each other, but they both went through the same muck as they escaped.
And swam towards shore. And it was all bunker, all oil, you know, from the ship.
Fuel.
And it was all over us.
Euart would swim back through the oil to the Coolidge after he heard the men were trapped in the nearly sunken infirmary.
Well, this is the most amazing story I've ever heard.
Bussier, like Valley, was ecstatic to hear his long-ago shipmate, whose remains were discovered by a scuba diver in 2012, finally made it home to Rhode Island, where he was buried in 2016 with honors next to his parents.
Can you imagine that long?
74 years.
Yeah.
He's a real live guy.
Yes, he's right here where he belongs.
Right, and he's back.
Absolutely.
And he's back at home where he needs to be. Right now, I'm thinking that I was sitting with my uncle.
And by the way, Bussier says he swam to shore. As he swam to shore, he preserved his watch that was given to him by his mother by carrying it in his mouth. Euart was later honored with his name placed on the Pawtucket VFW Post 602. Walt Buteau, Eyewitness News.